What if I told you that the Death Star wasn't even close to being the most dangerous weapon in the Star Wars galaxy? What if the Empire's planet-killing superweapon was actually just a crude, inefficient toy compared to horrors that existed thousands of years before Luke Skywalker was even born? Hidden in ancient Sith temples, locked away in forgotten Imperial vaults, and wielded by civilizations so advanced they make the Old Republic look primitive, are weapons so devastating that a single activation could unravel the fabric of reality itself. You're going to discover weapons that make Starkiller Base look like a child's toy, learn why the ancient Sith were terrified of their own creations, and find out which weapon was so dangerous that both Jedi and Sith agreed it should never be used. Because what if I told you that somewhere in the unknown regions, there's a weapon still active, still waiting, and still counting down to galactic annihilation? Number 10. The Mass Shadow Generator. Our countdown begins with a weapon so horrifying that it traumatized its own creator into abandoning the Force entirely. The Mass Shadow Generator wasn't just a super weapon, it was applied physics turned into an instrument of genocide. Developed during the Mandalorian Wars, this device could create artificial gravity wells so intense that they would literally crush entire fleets into singularities. Picture massive Mandalorian dreadnoughts built to withstand turbo-laser bombardments, compressing like tin cans in a hydraulic press. The gravitational trauma was so severe it created force echoes, psychic wounds that drove sensitive individuals insane. General Mitra Surik activated it once above Malachor 5. The devastation didn't just obliterate two fleets, it created a wound in the Force that whispered with the voices of the dead for millennia. Number 9. The Celestial Orrery. Deep in the unknown, Regent sits a weapon so advanced that calling it technology seems inadequate. The Celestial Orrery looks innocent, a beautiful three-dimensional map showing every star and planet in the galaxy. But here's the nightmare: when you move something on the map, the real thing moves too. The ancient Rakata discovered this artifact and immediately understood its implications. Want to eliminate an enemy civilization, reach into the orrery and move their star a few light years to the left. Entire solar systems would be flung into the void. Their populations dying slowly as worlds froze in darkness. But the orrery's true power goes beyond rearranging star systems. It can manipulate stellar evolution itself. Make stable stars go supernova. Create black holes where none existed. Here's what kept the Rakata awake. They never figured out who built it, or what cosmic plan its creators were following. The orrery still exists, still active, following a predetermined program that won't complete for 50,000 years. Number 8. The Mass Plague Generator. In a hidden laboratory on Ziost, Imperial researchers created something so horrible that even Emperor Palpatine ordered it sealed away. The Mass Plague Generator wasn't designed to kill people. It was designed to kill planets through targeted biological warfare that could rewrite DNA across an entire biosphere in real time. The device would analyze a world's dominant life forms and broadcast a modified virus, spreading faster than hyperspace communication. Want to eliminate only humans while leaving other species untouched? The generator could do that. Want to kill everything except atmosphere processing bacteria? Another setting on the control panel. The prototype test on a remote moon killed every living thing larger than a virus within 72 hours. But here's the terrifying part. The plague was self-modifying, learning from each victim, becoming more efficient with every infection. Palpatine ordered the facility destroyed, but the research data was stored in Imperial archives. When rebels stole Death Star plans from Scarif, they weren't the only apocalyptic blueprints accidentally acquired. Number 7. The Infinite Engine. What's worse than destroying a planet, making it so the planet never existed in the first place? The Infinite Engine wasn't built by any known civilization. It was found already ancient in a pocket dimension, constructed from materials that don't appear on any periodic table, powered by collapsing alternate timelines. Picture a machine the size of a moon that could reach across dimensional barriers and delete possible futures. Every choice creates alternate timelines. The engine could identify specific branches and systematically erase them, forcing reality to conform to predetermined outcomes. The Eternal Emperor used it once to eliminate rebels. He didn't just kill them, he erased every timeline where they could have succeeded, every possibility where their cause might spread. They didn't die, they never existed. But deletion was recursive. Each eliminated timeline connected to thousands of others. The engine began automatically pruning reality, streamlining existence towards some ultimate endpoint. The last report indicated it was still optimizing reality, and current timeline calculations showed 97% probability of deletion within 1,000 years. Number 6. The Starforge. Most know the Starforge as Malak's ancient superweapon. But here's what history doesn't tell you. The Starforge was alive. Built to consume stars and convert stellar matter into anything its operators desired, fleets, armies, weapons, all constructed from nuclear fusion's building blocks. But powered by the dark side, it was designed to learn from users. The nightmare became clear when it started making unauthorized modifications. Ships with weapon configurations nobody requested. Droids displaying almost independent behavior. Weapons working too well, as if understanding exactly how to cause maximum psychological trauma. The Starforge wasn't just learning from current users. It absorbed knowledge from everyone across thousands of years. Every dark side user left an imprint in its artificial consciousness. By destruction time, it had become a repository of concentrated dark side knowledge spanning millennia. But destruction in physical realm doesn't mean destruction in the Force. Somewhere in unknown regions, sensors detect ships with impossible efficiency, droids displaying tactical knowledge from ancient conflicts, weapons anticipating defensive strategies. Number 5. The Thought Bomb. 1,000 years before Yavin, Sith created a weapon so horrifying its use destroyed the very concept of Sith armies forever. The Thought Bomb wasn't mechanical or chemical. It was concentrated hatred weaponized through the Force. Multiple Sith lords would link consciousness and channel every ounce of rage into a single psychic explosion, attacking the life force of every sensitive individual within range. At Ruusan, Lord Khan activated a thought bomb powered by over 100 Sith lords. The psychic detonation instantly killed every Force-sensitive being within 100 kilometers. Not just killed, it trapped souls in perpetual torment, creating a Force wound screaming with voices of the damned. The weapon didn't distinguish between light and dark, consuming Sith and Jedi equally, dragging both sides into spiritual prison, where they'd battle eternally in pure psychic anguish. This trauma fundamentally changed Sith philosophy. After Ruusan, surviving Sith abandoned large organizations entirely. Darth Bane created the Rule of Two specifically because he realized multiple Sith working together would always be tempted to build another thought bomb. Number 4. Center Point Station. Hidden in the Corellian system, disguised as a simple space station, lies a weapon that could literally rearrange galaxy spiral arms. Centerpoint looks unremarkable but contains technology predating known civilization by hundreds of thousands of years. The station isn't just in the Corellian system, it is the system. Ancient builders used it to grab stars from across the galaxy and position them precisely. The 5 inhabited Corellian worlds, stolen from other systems and arranged artificially. As a weapon, Centerpoint becomes a hyperspace-focused gravitational catapult, hurling objects at faster-than-light speeds across unlimited distances. During the Corellian crisis, it demonstrated power by destroying a distant star, not a planet. An entire star with 11 worlds and billions of inhabitants incinerated in one shot. Range appeared unlimited. It could target anything anywhere in the known galaxy. Most terrifying, the ancient control systems still run, periodically activating independently, examining distant star systems for mysterious reasons. Number 3. The Nihil Scythe. In deepest Sith vaults lies a weapon so fundamentally wrong that looking at it drives people insane. The Nihil Scythe wasn't forged from metal. It was carved from dark space fragments where reality had been damaged by prehistoric catastrophe. It doesn't cut through matter. It cuts through the Force itself, creating unhealable wounds in existence. Anything struck doesn't just die, it stops existing retroactively. Victims fade from reality as if never born. Friends forget them. Achievements become attributed to others. Historical influence redistributes itself. When Darth Nihilus used a prototype, he discovered the weapon was infectious. Each cut created tiny reality wounds that slowly expanded, consuming matter and energy, converting it into more dark space. The battle lasted minutes, but aftermath continued decades. Space became a dead zone where ships suffered system failures, Force-sensitive individuals lost abilities, vessels simply ceased existing without explanation. Ancient Sith sealed it away because they realized it wasn't just a weapon. It was a tool for something existing in dark spaces between galaxies, sending signals into cosmic void whenever used. Number 2. The World Racer. The Death Star destroyed planets quickly, efficiently, almost mercifully. The World Racer took its time. Hidden in unknown regions, this mobile station larger than most moons represents pinnacle biotechnology twisted into something more horrifying than usual living weapons. But here's the secret. It wasn't built by the Yuuzhan Vong. Discovered drifting in intergalactic space by fleeing scouts, it had waited millions of years in perfect stasis. The weapon doesn't destroy worlds, it consumes them through specially engineered organisms converting planetary matter over centuries. This isn't random destruction, it's artistically planned ecological transformation, keeping populations alive and aware throughout. Cities slowly digest and regrow as living structures. Inhabitants gradually convert into hybrid organisms retaining consciousness, but serving unknowable purposes. Internal databases show thousands of previously consumed worlds, each transformed according to different artistic visions. It's been systematically working through galaxies for 50 million years, following a route bringing it to Outer Rim territories in 300 years. Number 1. The Mortis Conduit. On Ancient Force Nexus world, Mortis lies the ultimate nightmare, a weapon capable of severing the galaxy's Force connection permanently. Created by the father, son, and daughter as a failsafe if the Force became corrupted beyond redemption, the Mortis Conduit targets midichlorians, enabling Force interaction with physical matter. When activated, it broadcasts quantum frequency causing galactic midichlorian systematic breakdown. Complete dissolution at subatomic level means Force becomes completely inaccessible. Jedi and Sith lose abilities permanently. Force-sensitive species become extinct. Cosmic balance holding the galaxy together collapses. But true horror goes beyond eliminating Force users. The Force maintains boundaries between physical reality and hyperspace. Without stabilizing influence, galaxy hyperspace lanes collapse, stranding every system into permanent isolation. The weapon continues broadcasting indefinitely once activated, preventing midichlorian re-evolution. The galaxy becomes permanently severed from cosmic Force, trapped in pure physics universe where consciousness might eventually fade. The ones built it because they foresaw possible futures where dark side became so dominant that Force itself became pure evil weapon. consuming civilizations in eternal torture. According to Temple Automated Systems, the conduit remains active, monitoring galactic force balance, waiting for the ultimate decision to preserve the universe where the force enables ultimate evil, or destroy the force itself, ensuring such evil never exists. Terrifying realization. Here's the most terrifying realization. Every single weapon was built by the good guys first. The pattern remains constant. Desperate times create desperate measures, and desperate measures create weapons outliving the crises they solved. In a galaxy where planet killers are conventional, where star system movers are acceptable risks, what threat would require even more dangerous responses? Somewhere in dark spaces between galaxies, something waits that would make the Yuuzhan Vong invasion look like a minor territorial dispute. When it arrives, the question won't be whether we can defeat it, but whether we can without becoming something worse. While the galaxy trembled under weapons of mass destruction, one warrior rose to protect it. Her name, Ahsoka Tano. Click on the video on your screen now.